year, and it's the first day of the new year. I am straightening my hair because it's winter. It feels like winter, or at least my version of winter here in Northern California, so that's good. Earlier I started doing this pot of like things that'll smell really good. So like I have apples, oranges. I did add cloves after I finished putting everything. I was like, something isn't quite there because I don't have cinnamon sticks, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add cloves. So that's just been simmering away. I've even added some more water to it over time, just kind of letting it go. It smells so good. I did clean everything last night, and so like it just had like a nice smell, but it was sterile, even with like all the lavender scented stuff that I use. So this has just been going and going and going, and it just smells really nice, and it'll last me for a good chunk of this week. And then when I get groceries again, I'll buy more rosemary and oranges and whatnot. But while I wait for my hair to dry for a little bit longer, I am going to attempt to remove these nails. I wanted to do it before I left home and like go in someplace to do it, but I just didn't have time. So like these nails were never really that great. They look fine from far away, but close up they're wonky in so many ways. So I'm going to try to remove these, and then I'll finish doing my hair and then do some more first day of the year things, like set my calendar up for winter quarter for school and life, now that I know when my classes should be. And then I don't know, I'm watching Wheel of Time on Amazon and I like it. People are like, if you like Game of Thrones and The Witcher and whatnot, but like without crazy things happening to women to move the story forward, you'll like this, and I'm liking it so far. So it's a very matriarchal society in some ways, but I think there are other societies that are less like that, but I haven't watched enough of it to know. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing my nails. Good morning. So it's bright in here and not as yellow as it usually is. I don't know what's going on, but here's up. I did end up straightening my hair. It's the first day of classes for the quarter, and I took forever to do my nails. You can see these. It's like slight ombre, not very serious, but glitter tipped. It took forever for me to get the other part off, but I finally did. Yeah, I am just not coming to you because I didn't really feel like vlogging on Saturday and Sunday, or for the rest of Saturday and then Sunday. Got my like simmer pot going, and I just started feeling off and bad, and like my throat was really tight and swelling, but it wasn't sore, and I like wasn't breathing very well, and I was like, what if I have the sickness? And then I was like, well, maybe it's my simmer pot, because I'm allergic to a lot of things. Some things I'm just not even really that aware of, and they just kind of pop up over time. But I was like, clearly not. Like, this is all stuff that's just in my house for the most part, and like stuff you can eat and stuff that I've eaten before. And then I even Googled it, and I was like, this stuff is supposed to help with allergies and whatnot, and be a better alternative to other stuff you can spray. Yeah, so yesterday evening, like not even like morning or afternoon, I finally like, I wasn't simmering it overnight, and I did feel a little bit better in the morning, but yesterday evening after a nap that I just woke up feeling super like swelling, I turned it off for good, and then woke up this morning feeling so much better. Got my I got my crown sickness test back. I took a rapid one when I got back, but like my first like one that I sent off, and negative for that. So like, yeah, I was allergic to my very pretty, very good smelling simmer pot. I guess that was a one and done for me. But yeah, I'm getting ready for the day. I mean, I'll be wearing this because it's like, it is cold in Northern California. Like, not like like the place getting snow this week, but cold for Northern California, like much colder than it was this time last year. Right now it's 52, feels like 49, and it like the day is 57. Yesterday it felt like 40 or so. It's like warming up a little bit, but not a lot, and then we'll hit rain and it'll probably be chilly again. But then I think end next week we get into like the low 60s and like clear, so it'll get better. Yeah, so I'm getting ready, and then I'm going to do some reading for class, and then have some lunch. I just tried. I'm like just like in a gabby mood, I guess. I got this sample from Sephora, and like I'd seen this as like someone's holy like grail moisturizer, and I don't love my BioSense one, which is clean, and I like that. Sandy Riley, it's become questionable, even though that's my top one, and I like a gel one, but like a water-based one, but I think I'm just gonna use Neutrogena for that. But this is a cream one. It like melted my skin, and my skin feels so good. So this is the Pharmacy Honey or Halo, and I saw somebody rave about it, and so I'm using this, and if it like reacts to my skin, like so far, like no itching or irritation or anything. I probably will maybe get a full-size one, although I'll probably actually use up my BioSense one and maybe buy a Neutrogena one in the middle and wait until there's another Sephora sale in the spring. But you know, I'm liking it. But with that, I am going to actually go back to watching YouTube because I do that when I get ready, and then and actually it feels super late because it's like 10, but I let myself sleep in because I wasn't feeling well, and I woke up feeling a lot much better. And then I needed to straighten up my like space because we're online for the first 2 weeks of class, and then just wanted to straighten up my bathroom a little bit because it got a little bit wonky doing my hair and my nails and everything this weekend. So I'm actually going to keep getting ready now.
I don't feel like I need any more.
Another sample I have is this Rare Beauty concealer. 2 shades seem like they could be like, where are my concealers? This bag is a hot mess. Maybe my concealer is not in here. There's at least one. Here we go. So I have 2 concealers that are the same color. Did not realize one is like a cream and one is like a liquid, and I really do like it. I would say it's kind of in between these 2, leaning more towards this one. So, but I've been seeing on TikTok, like everything, like the idea of like using like a more close to your skin tone one, this right here, like a darker one, and like a lighter one like here and here, like closer up. So I may just try both of them, see if I like it. I really don't need, I've been NARS loyal for concealer for a while, and for foundation when I'm buying like a liquid one. I have this like cream one that I bought that I like. It's like really full coverage though, and then like I have a CC cream that I tried, but I think if I was gonna buy a liquid that wasn't like drugstore, it would be NARS again. But let's try it. Also don't like that one of these is cool and one of these is neutral. I would say I'd like to do warm tone so I don't get washed out if I am going with either. Otherwise I'll do like neutral and maybe olive because I'm pretty neutral toned. And saying that, like in winter, I don't even know if it's neutral, there's different warm tones. I don't know enough about this. But like in winter, as I get like paler, or when I'm just like less in the sun, I probably have like more of like a yellow undertone. But then once like I get a little bit of like sun in my skin, it's more of like a red or a pink. And then like if I'm just kind of like in the middle, like sometimes I'm just kind of in the middle. I don't know anything, including how I get this open. But yeah, so these are like 340 cool and 450 neutral. 340, 450. Yeah, there's so many tones in between, and I would probably want to try like 370 neutral or 410 neutral, and then just mix and match. But we're gonna play around with this a little bit. Like you can see, this is darker by not like a lot, but like it's definitely darker. Okay, I guess I'll blend it out. Like this seems a little, like not that I have super highlighted, because like I've definitely seen people use what seems like concealer shades lighter than I do who are darker than I am. So I think it's just like your preference and how like much of a you want. Ooh, I think this was a mistake because this seems really dark. But as with everything with makeup, just keep blending and I'll add some liner on top. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep effing around with this and then come back to you because it's gonna be my 5-minute phase is gonna take longer than 5 minutes because I don't know what I'm doing. Hello friends, it's afternoon. I had lunch. We did not miss anything there. It was soup. And I did some studying. I am in my sweatshirt. That's how my hair turned out. Yeah, so I have class in like 15-20 minutes. So I'm gonna set up for that, go to class, and then probably do some more studying, some more admin related stuff. I hope this email is helpful. No, it's office hours for a class that I haven't been to yet. But yeah. What the heck? Okay, it's a class I'm about to go to. They're like going into overtime right now, scheduling before class starts. Anyway, first day of, I can't stop messing with this weird piece of hair. First day of class, and I'm wearing earrings I got for Christmas. They're super delicate, very cute. And behind me in class, Lou will be sleeping. He has been there for hours, and he will probably stay there. Okay, so I have just finished up with my second and final class of the day. It's like 3:45. So update. I made a salad for lunch, which you will have seen, and like some tea for class. I need to stop scratching my face. There's Lou. He's been sunning all day, as he does. So I also had a gala meeting during lunch, is why I didn't like talk and like give an update then. So on the third day of the, winter quarter classes, last night I got like half my grades back, and they're kind of basically like about what I expected / hope for. So that's good. And I got in off the wait list for class. If you go here, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, this is actually informative. There are requirements to graduate. Part of it is like getting to like 111 credits, and you can do that however you want as long as you're enrolled in no less than 9 hours and no more than 14 hours. unless you get permission. And there are, I guess, like ways to get around that. Like 1L in itself is getting around it, because I think the classes that they automatically enroll you in that you have to take are more than 14 hours, but like they're meant to not be that big of a lift. Like they don't even really have grades, some of them. Anyway, I took 5 classes last quarter, and I think that came out to be like 14 total, maybe 13, but I really don't know the math of how it would have been 13. Anyway, a lot of classes, and it was a lot. So it was meant to be a slog. It was like, I was not really like aiming to just have the best quarter ever. It was just to get like things out of the way, like ethics, which you have to take. And it's on the bar. And then I also took Trust in the Stage, which was also on the bar. That was to get more credits. I wanted to make sure I was in a good place credit-wise, because in the spring I had, how many? In the spring of last year, I took 10 credits, and in winter I took 12. So like, I think winter was about right. Like I could have taken like a 4 credit elective, or I could have taken 2, maybe one other 2, but like it's about right. In spring I only had 3 classes. I was just burnt out. I was like, I was of the mindset there was another class I wanted to take, but I didn't get into it. So I was like, I'm not just going to add classes that I don't want to take. In the fall, there were more classes that I wanted to take / wanted to get out of the way. So like I took them. And then for this quarter, I really didn't have a lot of classes that I wanted to take again, or at least not classes that didn't conflict with each other. So there were probably more classes I was interested in, but they were at the same time or overlapping. So like I had like 9 hours of classes that I wanted to take, and then I added accounting, which is like a class that's like pass fail. It's not a heavy lift. There's not really a final. It's just like kind of work along the way. And I had that as kind of like a fail safe, because one of the classes was a lottery class. I did not get into it, but I just went ahead and went to the class. There were like 50 people on the wait list of this class, and I think it allowed 20 people in, so there were 20 people in the class. There weren't even that many of us who actually went to the first class, so that was good for me, because I get to get that out of the way, because like getting ethics out of the way in fall quarter of 2L, I'm going to get my research paper done, which is another requirement for graduating. And then in the spring, another reason it's like kind of important, like I have corporations that I have to take this quarter because it's a requirement for the spring for me. And that's kind of set in stone. I'm doing global quarter, and so those classes are prescribed for me, and I will take them. So since I wouldn't have any control for when and how I have like how many classes and everything that I take in the spring, I wanted this to be lighter. So I waffled back and forth over whether I should drop down to 9 credits and or back down, because like I was at 9 until I got off the wait list. And like what I came to the conclusion of is like, while I would love to have Mondays off, and while I would also like an even lighter burden, aside from the course that I have to take, corporations, and the course that I would like to get done so that I have like this required course out of the way, I don't really want to drop the other ones, and they're not that heavy of a lift. So I'm just going to keep them. So that was like me waffling back and forth. Like I make things so much more stressful than they have to be. But part of that decision was also knowing that like I want to keep my options open for fall of next year. And then the more classes I have done on the front end, the less I have to take as a 3L, meaning like unless it's a class that I want to take for the bar and just like add it on in the middle of everything, I can just have like 12 and 9 12 and 9 credit like courses. So, or quarters. No, I meant quarters. I have now talked myself into circle. In 3L, I will have like 12 and 9 unit quarters. That's what I was going for. So yeah, I'm going to, in my meeting got some to-dos. One of them I popped off with, and like right after class. And so hopefully people will respond to that. And then some stuff for Boss Gala. That was like the meeting I had during like right after lunch, or during lunch because it took me forever to make it. And like just got tasks like this is a month out. So we are trucking along. I need to do an assignment for my class tomorrow. I think like that's the first thing I'm gonna do after I do some of these like administrative tasks. Like I'm not gonna spend more than an hour on that. And because I just want to make sure that assignment gets done, because that class is at 9:30. And then I need to watch a documentary for my like other class tomorrow, which is like the one class I haven't been to yet this week. And that's not a heavy lift. I will do it while I make dinner and eat dinner probably. And then at some point I'm going to turn on my oven to get it going because I'm going to bake some potatoes for the rest of this week. And they will take time to bake. Although I don't think that's what I'm going to have for dinner, so I may make that tomorrow so I can have a fresh potato, fresh for lunch. I think that's the route I'm going to take. I think I'm a little overwhelmed by Gala to a certain extent and figuring out, like, I like to have a plan and I like knowing. And for some reason, I don't think I know how many credits I'm going to get for my spring classes, even though I know what classes I'm taking. And I think the number that I'm coming up with just seems like a lot. And I'm like, surely I can't be getting 17 credits, but maybe I am. But I think I'm getting at least 14. But that makes it hard to figure out, like, what I'm, like, why can't I think, like how many that I'm adding it up, because I have an add up of everything that I've taken so far and then like what I kind of anticipate each quarter to look like. But until you know something for sure, it's hard to be sure. And like what I have added up right now, I'm like a class or two over the limit, but that's taking like a pretty heavy spring 3L, but like a really light winter and like fall, so those could balance out in different ways. Anyway, I am, and that's before balancing, adding in the fact that I am in fact taking 12. So yeah, I'm now at least like 2 to 4 classes, because like classes are like, some of them are 1 credit, some of them, I'd say most of them are like 2 or 3, and like occasionally 1 will be 4. Anyway, that's all. Also, I bought a like always pan right before Christmas. I had it sent home because I didn't know if it would make it here before I left. It would have been tight, and then it came really late, so it definitely wouldn't have made it. So actually, they had to send me a whole new one. Like it got lost before it ever left. Anyway, so I have that, but I'm excited to use it for the first time because everything else I've been doing so far has been in old pots and pans. There have been many stops and starts. It's like 11 now, but my assignment's turned in and I have dinner. My kitchen is a mess. I kind of wanted to come to a final decision for vlogging this year. I couldn't decide last year, so as we, I don't even know what I'm saying, as I put up like the first vlog of this year, I really am still unsure, I guess. I really waffled because I think vlogging can be time consuming, but it's really the editing part that is, and then just like the remembering to do it. And I think I gave up trying to be especially interesting a long time ago because like doing this every week in school every week just isn't going to be that great. But I just wanted to make the commitment last year to vlog every week, to be consistent, because otherwise it would give me permission to just not, and it might fall off. And I still feel kind of that way to a certain extent. But that was more of a challenge, and there are some weeks that like I kind of felt like I rather would have just not have posted versus like what I posted. Like, not that like the video there was something wrong with it, just wasn't good. And like it's so hard when you're just like vlogging your life to say what's good and what's bad. And rest is good, but there's only so much watching of resting you can do of someone. So like last year I probably would have liked to have numbered the vlogs just to show like the 1 through 52, but I didn't. This year I think I'm actually going to number them by episodes, and I don't think I'm going to quasi commit to vlogging every week. And what that means, there are actually like a couple or a few points where I probably could have had 2 vlogs in 1 week, or like I got more than 1 vlog's worth of like things happening and just like cut it down. So I think I'm gonna aim for a vlog every week. If 1 week it doesn't happen, that's fine. I know like YouTube likes consistency, so I'll try to be consistent, but like it's not a big deal. There's not a lot of us here. And I think, if something really great happens, like there's a really great week that's actually interesting and I'm remembering to vlog and yada yada yada, and maybe there will be a week where there's like 2, or if I get to do like a video that I really like that's really committed, maybe I won't even consider it like an episode weekly vlog. It'll just be like a vlog for that time. But for now, I'm just going to quasi commit to just doing my best to vlog every week, and then as long as I'm doing my best, whatever comes out of it works. So yeah, that's 2022 coming at ya.